I want to welcome everyone that's tuned in all across the United States to B3 Live, and you're going to learn tonight about the new weight exercise. I also want to welcome everybody that's tuned in to Facebook Live, as well as people that are watching this recorded presentation. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to share with you the fastest growing trend in fitness, and it is not slowing down during this unfortunate shelter in place. It's only picking up speed because it's the perfect way to exercise from home. I'm Dr. Mike DeBord, the president of B3 Sciences, former sports physician. I'm one of the top experts in the United States on this new technology. I want to reach out and always give a wonderful thank you to Dr. Jim Stray-Gunderson. He's probably one of the top Olympic training gurus in the world, trains our Olympic athletes. He discovered this technology in Japan and then brought it here to the United States and then developed these B3 bands with his partner, Sean. And he's taught me a world of information about this exciting technology. So thanks, Dr. Jim. Why do we need to exercise? Humans are hunters and gatherers. We thrive when in motion. Aging is the dry rot we program into ourselves by sedentary living, junk food, and stress. Exercise will be the #1 factor in the quality of your life after 50. Here's specifically from Harvard Medical School. I've been reading their articles. They're trying to get our senior population, 50 and above, to buy into strength and power training. Why? Because of the horrible problems associated with sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is muscle loss that starts at 35 years and older. We lose about 1 to 2% of our muscle mass per year starting at 35. This increases to 3% per year at 60 years old. This equates to a 4 to 6 pounds of muscle loss per decade. Now, here's the profound thing. Most people don't lose weight or they gain weight, which means our body fat percentage is going up dramatically in our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And then this inactivity, this lack of exercise, and specifically, Harvard is saying lack of strength and power training is inevitable for leading to early onset of heart disease, diabetes, osteoporosis, and arthritis. If you're not doing vigorous exercise, you're 1.5 to 4.6 times higher to be disabled. Here's what they've concluded, which we probably all already know. Strength training and cardio training equals health. It's the #1 factor we can do. And guess what else it's vital to? Vigorous exercise is vital to your immune system. Let me read to you what prestigious institutions have already told us about vigorous exercise. Regular physical activity and/or frequent structured exercises reduces the incidence of many chronic diseases in older age. Get ready for this part, including communicable diseases such as viral. Next, during vigorous exercise, the number of some immune cells in the bloodstream increase dramatically up to 10 times, especially, pay attention to these words, the natural killer cells which deal with infections. That means as soon as you get vigorous power training, hard exercise, you immediately are getting a 10x boost in your immune system. It goes on to say research shows that exercise increases the number of these natural killer cells in adults, and regular activity can benefit kids in the same way. This is not a B3 thing, and this is not a Dr. Mike thing. It's not a BFR thing. This is what we already know in research, and this is exactly what we read right now. We need this vigorous exercise and immune boost. And here's the exact formula. I encourage all of you, if you want to live like you're 50 until 80 and beyond, I encourage you to pick up a book called Younger Next Year. But let me cut to the summary. The secret magic formula that Harvard and this book and all scientists agree on is you need 6 days a week of vigorous exercise. Specifically, here's the magic formula. 4 days a week of serious aerobic exercise. This isn't going for a walk with the dog. That's not it. That's absolutely not going to do it. This is not mowing the yard or playing around the golf or playing some tennis or going to the gym and getting on the exercise bike for 10 minutes. That's not serious aerobic exercise. We're going to talk about what that is in a minute. And 2 days a week of serious strength training, or what Harvard calls power training, with weights to maintain muscle mass. And here's what this looks like. Very simply, exercise intensity above lactate threshold for a minimum of 10 minutes is what triggers growth hormone. Now, you don't need to go into all the science. Here's what you need to know, because you know what this means. If you feel the burn in your muscles from pushing weights or vigorously doing aerobic exercise, and you can get that for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, that's the magic formula, because it's that burn that turns on your body's immune system, your growth hormone system. This high intensity exercise results in growth hormone surge and equals results. But here's the problem. Wouldn't it be great if all of us could squat and do shoulder presses like that lady right there and run sprints? Here's the problem. The high intensity exercise problem is about 95% of the population. First of all, there's a time requirement. When we get back to normal life, many of us don't want to go to the gym for an hour and drive 15 minutes each way. Here's the most common one. How many people do you know in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s can go for a 5-mile run and then the next day can go in the gym and lift heavy weights? That's why I'm really puzzled by universities like Harvard who tell us to do this, and yet they know 95% of the population can't do it. But we've got the answer. Here's the next problem. Most of us are doing exercise, but it's not high intensity exercise. You're going to hear tonight from Estes and Kathy, who turned their light exercise program that was not stimulating growth hormone, by doing the exact same light exercise, they turned it into high intensity exercise. And now we're all stuck at home. We have no gym. We have access to no equipment. And here's the summary of this. Very few people, probably 9.5 out of 10, cannot do what our scientists and our prestigious universities tell us what we should do. But there's a new way that everybody can do this. If you look at those pictures there and you're seeing people wearing these bands on their arms and legs. They're called B3 bands. All you do is simple light exercise, like light weights or light exercise tubing, or going for a walk or a swim. You don't need weights. You don't need equipment. Our exercise programs are not 45 minutes. They're not an hour. It's not 20 minutes drive back and forth. We have 4 to 20-minute exercise programs for everybody: kids, teenagers, moms, dads, grandparents. We take light exercise and we turn it into high-intensity results. This gets in at growth hormone surges you're going to see in our studies. It boosts your immune system, which I'm also going to show you on our studies. And best of all, you're not sore the next day because you're not doing heavy weights. You're not running hard sprints, and it's all backed by science. Here's why it works. You put the bands on and you hook them up. We're going to show you a video. It simply slows down oxygen safely. It's not a blood pressure cut. It doesn't cut off blood flow. Nobody has ever dropped dead putting these bands on. It's been in Japan for 40 years. This is safe manipulation or slowing down of oxygen into muscles. It feels like a tight wristband on your arms and legs. Next, as you start to exercise, the muscle's going to run out of oxygen quicker. The burn you feel when you do exercise, that is a deoxygenation or a fatiguing in the muscle. This shortcuts this. This cuts it in half. It cuts the weight or the work in half or even less. You get that exercise burn in no time doing light exercise, and it results in a growth hormone surge and immune system boost. Most people don't experience any pain. Matter of fact, pain gets better in most cases, and there's little or no recovery. And even better, it's for everyone. Look at this chart. This chart is men doing bicep curls. Simply doing bicep curls to fatigue. On the left side, typical weights in the gym type of activity, 3 sets of 8 with a moderate weight. Look at the fatigue level that these men are hitting, about 30% on the chart. This is the burn that you feel. Next, on the right arm, these men are now cutting the weight in half. They're putting the bands on, and they're doing 3 sets of 30 or light exercises. Look how low their oxygen's getting. they're getting down to 20%, 15%, 10%. This is fatigue levels that's previously only reserved for the professional Olympic athletes of the world. But now you, at whatever age you are going to be able to start getting this right away, and you're not even going to be sore the next day. Now, maybe the first couple times you work out, but after that, you're not even sore, but you're getting the benefits as if you're doing super high intensity exercise. And here's one of the profound results. On the top line, exercise without BFR, if you go to the burn, this is a study on middle-aged men getting a small release in growth hormone. When you put the bands on, look what happened to these same men, a 25 times increase in growth hormone. Let me put this in perspective for you. Most of you have never experienced this even when you were exercising, and you certainly, when you're doing light exercise or no exercise, are not getting anywhere near this. This growth hormone is reserved for the elite level athletes, but now you're going to be able to get it, and the results are going to be amazing. Let's talk about 5 simple home exercise programs that you can start doing right away. We got 3-minute guns and 4-minute buns. These are fun. Anybody can do these. A 3-minute arm workout. There's Greg, a former Mr. Indiana bodybuilder that now can do exercise tubing and build his arms. There's Janine doing our 4-minute buns workout. Anybody can do these. There's no weights involved, and you're literally doing it in minutes. We've got a basic upper body workout. Look who's doing the upper body workout there. That's Donna, a quad amputee in her 70s. If she can do it, everybody can do it. She's building strength and muscle, exactly what Harvard said she needs. There's Easton, our B3 coach, doing a basic lower body with 3-pound dumbbells. Now, Easton would probably use 20-pound dumbbells, but because she's got the bands on, super light weights. And tonight, for all of you that don't want to work out, you don't want to go to the gym, guess what? The one thing that the world has not taken away from you is walking. And it's the one thing we can all go do right now. You can put these bands on and simply go for a 10-minute walk and absolutely change the game. Let's show you a couple videos here real quick of people working out. This is Bill. This is just one of our ways to work out. I'm going to kind of walk you through it. I'll speed it up here a little bit. So here's Bill. He's putting the bands on. It's going to take him about 1 minute to get all 4 of them on. He hooks up the manual pump and he pumps it up. The number to pump up to is right on the bands. Bill, by the way, has lost about 20 pounds. Bill has put muscle on his legs and arms. He's healthier, feels better, playing better pickleball. He's just doing a very simple, he's not going fast. The video speeded up. He's doing real slow lunge exercises. Now he's got our exercise tubing. He's just doing a rowing exercise. You can hook this up to the door in your house, and every one of you can do this. We've got tubing with resistance levels that even little kids can do. He's doing a chest press exercise now, okay? Now Bill's going to do some bicep curls. He's just standing on the tubing doing some bicep curls. Bill's about 10 minutes in. He's getting the burn in all of his muscles. Now he's just going to hold a plank. You want to strengthen your back, tighten up your midsection. You don't have to do what he's doing there. Just hold yourself a plank at the end of your workout. That's part of our programs. And if you can't do it on your toes, do it on your knees and build strength in your core. Let's go to another person doing the workouts. Here's Chris. Chris is from Colorado Springs. She's going to show you a workout she's going to do right in the park. Okay, she's hooking up her bands. She's going to have them on. Anybody can put these on. They're easy to do by yourself. Then you pump them up. They got special air bladders in them that don't cut off blood flow. Now she's ready to go. She's going to hook up her exercise tubing with the little straps in a second, but she's simply standing on it doing leg exercises. Now Chris was going to do this for about 10 or 15 minutes. If she did not have the bands, there's no way she would get a deep burn and a growth hormone release. This is light exercise. This is not the exercise Harvard is telling you you need. Harvard wants you to do power strength training exercise, and that's exactly what she's getting. The burn in her muscles as if she's doing heavy weights. So she's doing all kinds of different leg exercises there. You can come up with your own program. It's real simple. Put the bands on for 5, 10, 15 minutes. and do exercises to get a good burn. You can do ours or you can make up your own. You can run up and down the steps. You can clean the house. You can mow the yard. You can go out and play basketball with the kids. Any exercise is going to allow you to get a good fatigue. She's doing a core workout there, and then she's done. These bands are for people of all ages. I'm going to share with you some stories of our 5,000 people that are now using them. Moms, dads, kids, teenagers, seniors, people rehabbing from injury, people physically challenged, professionals. Mark Wahlberg over there on the far left, the movie star. That should tell you something if one of the top movie stars in Hollywood's using it. Nick Cannon, the Hollywood celebrity. Vinny, he's a 3-time martial arts national champion. Olivia, swimmer. Doctors, PTs, athletic trainers are rushing to learn about this because they're hearing about it. Teams and clubs are trying to figure out how to implement this right now so that they don't get behind other teams and athletes that are using this. Here's Brandon, getting in shape in under 20 minutes a day from home, completely changed his body in 30 days. Kids and teenagers, we have fun, quick exercise programs for these millions of kids who are stuck at home. You know, they're not going to go work out for an hour, and they're not even going to work out for 20 minutes. But you know what? We can have them do 3-minute buns and 4-minute buns and 3-minute guns and keep their attention for 5 minutes and get them the benefit of high intensity exercise. Turn walking into hyper fitness. As soon as you get your bands, we're going to send you a walking video and teach you how to get the results as if you ran 5 miles by simply walking or walking your dog or walking with your spouse or family. Build muscle from home. Who says you can't build muscle as you get over 50? That's Chris, a dentist in Tyler, Texas. Put an inch on his arms and 2 inches on his thighs. Look at those guns on that guy. He did that in 6 weeks using the bands. Young people put weight on, muscle on faster than ever with no synthetic hormones. You got some athletes in the house? We just did an athlete program last week. Make sure you show that to the athletes. Any athlete training with this will have an unfair advantage. It's that simple. And if they start doing it now in the house, which they can do, they will come out of this shelter in place in better shape than what they went in. Emily, volleyball player, 6 inches on her vertical. Colin, a football player, increased his 40-yard dash speed, got him 10 scholarship offers. Dr. Brickner, 6 gold medals in the Senior Olympics using the band. Scott, national pickleball champion. You can even run, bike, and swim in these bands, and even people who are physically challenged. Jeff has Parkinson's. He's now exercising with the bands. Donna, a quad amputee. She's exercising with the bands. People are using it for injury and rehab. I see Judy Ann on tonight. Welcome, Judy Ann. Great to see you on here. That's there over on her on the far right. She had a very serious injury to her lower right leg skiing. And you can see, even though she had surgery on the right leg, look what she's doing on the other limbs. She's putting the bands on the non-injured body parts to surge growth hormone and speed healing time. So it increased her healing. And then as soon as she was able to do exercise on that leg, she started implementing the bands. Kansas City Chiefs are using this. NFL players are using it. And it just goes on and on. Well, tonight we got a special guest. I'm going to bring on Estes and Kathy Lawton from Houston. So just give me a second here to find them on the screen here, and I will unmute them. And then they're going to tell you their story of what they're doing with the bands from Houston, Texas. Okay, Estes, I'm going to unmute you there. You probably got to click on something. Are you there, Estes?
We're here.
Okay.
Yes.
So Estes, I'm going to play this video, and it's got a little noise. So I'll talk for about 35 seconds, and then you and Kathy come on and share your story. So Estes and Kathy like to swim. I'm going to show everybody their video. And you know what? It doesn't have noise on it. So Kathy and Estes, I'll let this go ahead and play. But why don't you tell us what were you like before the bands and what was your exercise? And then tell us, what's changed.
Okay, well, first of all, we are 70 years old, and we like to swim because we have some physical challenges. But we noticed that after we've been using the bands for about 4 months, and we have gained muscle as well as good tone. And it's very noticeable for, you know, people to see that we have gained that. We did not want to lose it when our gym closed with the COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
So we started working out at home, and fortunately we have a son that has a lap pool, so we could still do the swim once or twice a week. But he has quite a few people using the pool, so we have to make an appointment to go.
And we need to get in there and get out quickly. And that's the good thing about it. I used to, my swimming used to be, we swim a mile. And I could do it in about 40 minutes. Well, now I'm getting older and slower, and it takes me an hour to do that. But I can get as good an exercise or even a better swim. I'll put the bands on, swim for 15 or 20 minutes, maybe take them off and finish up and do just a 30-minute swim with it like that. And I have just as much or actually a better workout than I used to have swimming for an hour to do a mile.
Wow. So Kathy, tell us now, you were telling me earlier that you got this new way to walk, because one of the things you can still do is you can go out and walk right now. Tell us what you're doing.
Yes. So I ordered just a little over a week ago, I ordered walking sticks because I had cancer in my left leg, and I now have a foot drop, and my leg and foot are both, my leg from the knee down and my foot are numb. I found that I was walking really crooked, and I wanted to stand up straight and get a better workout when I walk without being so tired. I strapped the bands on. Actually, I can put the bands on my arms too, because those walking sticks, to my surprise, give you your arms a workout also. And we walk around the neighborhood, just, for 20 minutes. And I feel like I've gotten a good workout. I feel the burn in my legs and my arms.
That's awesome. Anything else you've noticed? Sleeping better, more energy, better mental focus? Have you noticed any other stuff?
Yes. Certainly the emotional, the mental, a better outlook, but I have less pain. I've had my back also fused with the hardware, the Harrington rods. And so I don't have the back pain or anything that I used to have.
That's
Off
awesome.
and on.
Awesome. Estes, have you noticed anything?
Well, I feel much more energetic, as Kathy would probably say. I'm out trying, my lawn is in great shape, gardening, I love, and flowers are doing great. Let me interject one thing. Kathy had this cancer in her legs nearly 40 years ago, and the foot drop and all of that. And over the years, her leg has atrophied quite a bit. And but I have noticed that her leg muscle is firmed up now. I think she probably will say that she has much more strength in that leg now.
Wow, that's awesome. There's just so many people out there we can help. Well, thanks for coming on. We're going to look forward to hearing your story and staying in touch with you in the future, and stay safe down there in Houston.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's keep going here. Well, as you can see, this is exciting. I love this part of it here. And I want to just double check to make sure, because I want to make sure everybody's still hearing me. If somebody could text me on my cell phone if you're still hearing me. It looks like maybe we lost connection. I'm going to unmute everybody. Is everybody still hearing me?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, good.
We can hear you.
We can hear.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, great. Well, in addition to all the benefits we were just talking about, this is a study that shows the benefits of BFR bands. Exercise with BFR bands creates the fatigue of vigorous exercise and growth hormone. The top box there, blood flow resistance training. That second box, metabolic stress, that's the burn. Down the left side, the growth hormone release. But look down the right side, neutrophil and macrophage recruitment. This shows the increase of up to 10 times in natural killer cells when you do BFR exercise. BFR is a boost to your immune system that you can't get from normal exercise. Here's the study: the role of inflammation in immune cells in blood flow restriction, training, adaptation. What else could we possibly get from our exercise that we need more than immune system boost right now? Here's a muscle strength study, and it goes along with what everybody's seeing. Light weights plus elastic BFR bands equals heavy weights for improving strength. Want to grow muscle? This is why people in their golden years are seeing more muscle tone, which is typically unheard of. Muscle size increases happen as quick as 6 days. Bone study. Bones get stronger. This study studied people going for 3 weeks of walking with bands on, and they showed a dramatic increase in bone density and bone-specific alkaline phosphatase, which is an exciting potential for osteoporosis. But look, we don't need this study to know what this is going to do for us. Harvard has already told us the way to prevent your best chance for preventing osteoporosis is vigorous exercise and good diet. So we know the bands are going to create that, and we already know the results once we get into studies. We're going to help people with bone density. Cardiovascular benefits. Harvard has already told us 4 days a week of vigorous aerobic activity will make your cardiovascular system stronger. And that's what the study shows. Walking, not running, not going to the gym, not doing a 45-minute CrossFit class, not having pain the next day. Walking plus BFR bands equals a stronger cardiovascular system, more energy, more stamina, more endurance. Your cardiovascular system gets younger. You heard Kathy say, my pain is better. Why? Because with this exercise, you get better blood flow to painful tissues and growth hormone, which results in less pain. And finally, here's a study on safety. A survey of 12,000 people. BFR training is safe for healthy people. It can be applied to persons with various kinds of physical conditions, including cerebrovascular diseases, conditions as common as orthopedic disease, such as arthritis, gout, and rheumatoid, obesity, that's a big one, cardiac disease, hypertension, neuromuscular disease, and respiratory disease, and if I didn't mention it, diabetes. If you can exercise like Kathy and Estes can do, they can put the bands on and do the B3 bands. When you get the bands, there's a very simple to follow safety and instruction cards that goes in. So obviously, this isn't a trend. You know, we talked about this as the greatest fitness trend. You know what a trend is? A trend was Tybo when Billy Blanks was doing that, or Richard Simmons dancing to the oldies, or Beachbody, P90X. It'll be P90. What was that P90 thing? We'll be saying that in 5 years. This isn't a trend. This is a breakthrough that 40 years from now, we will still be doing this, but be doing it better. And 5,000 people have already experienced it. It's proven growth hormone release to get high intensity exercise benefits and boost your immune system. And now, best of all, we're all stuck at home. You know hundreds of people right now who are getting depressed, they're getting discouraged, they're going stir crazy, they've got no home gym, they can't afford a couple $1,000s to put one in. We've got the perfect solution for them. And when you share this exercise market, this $100 billion fitness industry is going to be moving towards home exercise. I don't need to tell every one of you what's going to happen after this is over. We're going to have a society that's going to think twice about how often they go out and expose themselves to germ. Now, the gyms aren't going to go away, but there is going to be a very big shift, a bigger shift in home exercise, and everyone is going to know about B3 bands in the next 5 years. That gives you a very exciting opportunity to join us. If you look at that map right there on the left, that's where we're at right now. We've got about 5,000 people using it. I was talking to somebody yesterday in Atlanta. She's the first person in Atlanta that's using the bands. We need consultants to help us share this. So if you're watching this tonight and you're a customer or this is your first time seeing it, this is an exciting opportunity for you first to share with the people you care about and to add an additional income stream. And if you want a significant income stream, There are people already since October, since we launched, who have already added thousands of dollars per month. But what if we could take everybody right now who's stuck at home and simply say to them, hey, let's get your friends exercising. Let's get them healthier. And we could put an extra $500 or $1,000 in everybody's pocket by sharing this new way to exercise. That alone would make a huge impact on people's lives. And you sharing it is as simple as getting one of our Get on the Band's website, using these B3 Lives and all the social media we have to share with people. So right now, I can't think of a better opportunity for people who need to start exercising from home and not only keep from deteriorating, but I'm talking about getting into the best shape of your life while you're stuck at home, and then helping the people you care about. Think about being the first in your area. And many people in this new fitness revolution, just like the Mary Kays and the Amways and the Herbalifes and the Beachbodies, many people are going to join right now in this shelter in place period, and they're going to build financial freedom while they're sitting in home stuck. And it's as simple as, do you know 3 people we could help? Because if you do, you can get started right away. And 3 people, if you help 3 people make the same decision in your very first month, you will be profiting. That means you'll get all your money back and you will be making a profit if you'd like to share it. So how do you get started? Well, it's easy. After the presentation, whether you're on live or recorded, get back to the person who referred you, order your B3 Bands. We're going to talk about the coaching program in a second to make it easy for you. We're going to help you get results in 30 days. So when you come out of this shelter in place and go back to work or your normal life, people are going to say, dude, what were you doing? Why have I put on 5 or 10 pounds and you look better and leaner and more fit? Because you're going to share it with your family. As soon as you order your package, we're going to send you one of these 30-day programs of your choosing from our B3 coach and make it very easy for you to start exercising the day they arrive. And then anytime you have questions, you simply get a hold of your coach and they're going to help you and answer all your questions. Next, from the day it hits your doorstep, you've got 30 days to send it back. So you absolutely have nothing to lose by getting started. Simply get the bands, experience the wonderful results, and you have 30 days to experience the bands. Now I'm hearing from somebody that they can't hear me. Is everybody still hearing me? Everybody still hearing?
Good.
Everybody still hearing me?
Yes, I hear you.
Good.
Okay, great. I apologize that a few people can't hear me. So 30-day money back guarantee if for any reason you're not completely satisfied, plus a 12-month warranty. And for people who are having a financial challenge, just last night we had a lady join in Atlanta. Her husband doesn't want her to spend that money right now. She went right into our 6 months no interest program. So for as little as $75, you can get started over the next 6 months, or for only $100. Think about this. For $100, you can get started right now and make 6 payments of $100. And in your very first month, you could make $500 to $1,000 and easily pay this back. Plus, when you use the PayPal credit program, they'll even give you $20 off your order. Now, if you'd like to take advantage of this, or you're one of our consultants and you know somebody that would like to take advantage of this, they need to contact support. Either call us or email us at support@b3sciences.com. We will generate the PayPal invoice and send it over to them as soon as they complete the application with PayPal. It took this lady last night, Carrie, 3 minutes to do it, and she was in. And then we will contact them, put them in, and get their shipment out, and they are ready to go. And finally, join us on Facebook. We've now got 1,500 people on the Facebook page and growing. Share with us your stories, maybe even your personal challenge. There's my gym. This is my COVID-19 gym. It's open 24/7. There's no shelter-in-place restrictions. Membership's free. We do have a 6-foot rule if you do come over, and that's my garage. So I am simply holding 10-pound dumbbells there, and I am not missing a beat. I've even got some ankle weights on that I've got on my weighted ankles there. So I want to thank you for joining us tonight. We're super excited if you're one of our guests to help you start exercising the new way. And if you are a current consultant or a customer, there's so many people out there right now that need this. They're getting depressed. They're getting discouraged. They're not only getting out of shape, but many of them are going to need a financial opportunity. And I believe we have the best one in America today. We're going to be back here a week from Monday. So no B3 Live next Sunday, but next Monday we will be back. We'll be talking about the same thing, but I'm going to show you some advanced workouts. I'm going to show you my 6-minute booty workout that's a killer, and then I'm going to challenge every one of you to try it, along with a 10-pound weight jacket or holding some weights and some weights on your ankle. I'm now doing 6 minutes, and it's crazy. So we'll show you some really cool advanced workouts. Well, finally, during this time, it's never more important to be healthy, be fit, be strong, to protect your immune system and stay in the best shape of your life. And for the people in B3, our group, our family, we're going to come out of this shelter in place, all of us in better shape than we went in. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Again, this is your first time seeing the presentation, and you'd like to get started or ask more questions, simply get back to the person who referred you so you can get started today.